Hey everyone, it's me again and welcome to Faith's Feels. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name is Faith Grenade and I put makeup videos here on YouTube. And you should subscribe and hit that little bell icon down below. It'll notify you every time I upload so you don't miss a minute of this riveting action. Because I mean, let's face it, we're all looking for new, smaller content creators, right? Right? Exactly. So just hit the button. It's fine. What you've stumbled across today is Faith's Feels, which is usually my feels on a makeup product or on life in general, but today we're doing a perfume video again. You guys know I do these videos every so often because I recently discovered a brand, well, recently as in a year ago, I discovered a brand of perfumes that I really love called Sage Goddess. Sage Goddess sells stones and metaphysical tools and all other kinds of stuff, candles and shit, but they also make their own perfumes, and their perfumes are essential oil based, so they don't have a ton of alcohol in them. They're not going to be dehydrating to the skin, and the essential oils are super potent in terms of fragrance, so the scents are stronger, they're more unique, and they last longer. I am going to be talking about my 5 favorite fall fragrances. For short. Today I'm going to be talking through 5 of my favorite fall/holiday fragrances. Some of these are limited edition and some of them are not currently on the website, or they're sold out or whatever. I'll try to offer alternatives for the ones that are limited edition that aren't available on the website currently, but some of them are kind of really unique, so they're kind of hard to find, but I'll do my best. So let's go through them, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to go through these pretty much in no particular order. I'm going to start with the ones that are a little bit more vague and go to the ones that are a little bit more specific. So the first one I'm going to talk about is called Vesta. Vesta is the Roman goddess of the hearth fire, the Roman goddess of the home. And this perfume, I swear to God, guys, this smells like a Yankee Candle. Like, I even brought this to my sister, who is a huge fan of Yankee Candles. She gets them all the time. And I said, smell this and tell me this does not smell like a Yankee Candle. And she smelled it. She was like, yep, I don't know which candle it is, but it smells exactly like a Yankee Candle. Oh, it's got that, it smells like cinnamon, but it's real cinnamon. You know what I mean? It's not like your really like candy, super sweet cinnamon. It's super spicy and warm. And this is described as an autumn blend. And unfortunately, they don't have the listing with this one specifically on the site. So I couldn't get the notes for you, but I'm definitely picking up cinnamon, obviously. I'm picking up clove. I'm picking up kind of that warm, spicy, but not too sweet sort of situation. And what I like to do with this one is I like to pour it on candles, because that's the great thing about essential oil perfumes. You can use them in so many different ways. You can use these in essential oil diffusers, you can use them in reed diffusers, water diffusers, things like that. I use these in my treatment room all the time, in my little essential oil diffuser there. This one I like to pour on candles, so I will have unscented or lightly scented candles, and I'll pour a little bit of this onto the candle, and that scent just dissipates. You know, it just spreads all over the house, and it's absolutely wonderful. So I definitely like to use this on candles, but it's great on the body too. Next, I'm going to talk about this particular perfume. This is the newest perfume to my collection, and unfortunately this one was limited edition and I believe it's no longer available. This is called Seder. This was included in a set for the full moon that's coming up this month. The whole set was Norse themed, which is amazing. You got an entire set of stone runes that she's going to do a live stream to teach. Athena, the founder, is going to do a live stream to teach people how to cast runes and how to read them as divination tools. And you got a bunch of other stuff in that set, but you also got Seder perfume. Seder perfume is basically all of the tree resins thrown into one. I mean, this is woodsy to the core. And I can put this one on because this is the one I'm wearing today. It is such a beautiful scent. If you love woodsy scents, if you love the smell of the forest, oh man. Oh, it's a good one. It's just pine and cedarwood and sandalwood and just all of those woodsy fragrances all thrown into one. This one I wear. Like, I do not use it in candles or essential oil diffusers or anything like that. I wear this. Now, if you want something like this, but this one isn't available anymore, unfortunately, look for The North. She has a perfume called The North, which smells like, it's a lot, you know, it's a little bit more pine heavy, because obviously it's talking about the North, so it's going to smell like pine and fir, but it also has those same sort of cedarwood, sandalwood qualities to it as well. This one is basically just like the North on steroids, so if you couldn't pick up this one, pick up the North. It smells pretty similar. This one is a Halloween or a Samhain perfume, and I know Halloween already passed us by, but that doesn't mean we can't wear Halloween perfumes if you don't want Halloween to end, because you're me. But this is Witch's Brew. Witch's Brew is a combination of cedarwood, mugwort, and patchouli. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of patchouli. It was my mom's signature scent, so it's one of my favorite oils to wear. But oh, this one is so different. It's so unique that the cedarwood and the patchouli offer this very grounding backing, but then you get that mugwort in there. And mugwort is sort of, I mean, it's obviously known as like a witchy herb or a witchy, you know, ingredient. But, oh man, it just offers that little hint of difference in this blend that makes people stop and say, wait, what are you wearing? Because that smells so different from anything I've ever smelled before in my life. So that's really what singles this blend out. Because it only has those 3 fragrance oils, you really pick up the notes in each one. Oh, and it's so complex and interesting, and it just makes you feel even witchier while you're wearing it, like you're a scene out of the Scottish play, like Bubble Bubble, Toil and Trouble kind of shit. I am so down with this perfume. This was one of the ones I wore heavily during the Halloween season, and people would stop me and ask me what the heck I was wearing, and I know for a fact this is still available on the website. I'll leave a link down below to this perfume. So freaking delicious and juicy. We have Inferno. Inferno came with a set for Beltane, which technically is on the opposite end of the wheel of the year from Samhain, but at the same time, it's still such a quintessential fall scent that I had to include it. I think I've included this in a video before, but this one has orange, rosemary, and saffron in it, and whew, oh mama. It's such a fiery, spicy kind of scent. It's something that makes you feel warm just smelling it. I don't know, that sounds weird, but I absolutely love this. I love using this in essential oil diffusers because it's got that orange in it, so it's got this kind of fresh, fruity note, but then you get the saffron and you get the rosemary that gives an herbal effect. It reminds me of like a kitchen smell when something really good is cooking, but it's not super food-esque. You guys know I don't like smelling like food, because then I just want to eat whatever I'm smelling, and then when I can't eat whatever I'm smelling, I get really frustrated. But this one is fantastic. This came in a Beltane set, like I said, but she has this itemized on the website, so you can go to the listing for the Beltane set and just buy this perfume if you want to, and last time I checked, it is still available. We come down to the final perfume. This one is limited edition, but it was still available on the website the last time I checked, so jump in on this one if you want to get it, and I personally would, because this is 31. Look at the color of that. Like, I'm hoping the camera's capturing it. It's green! And that, like, each of these bottles of oil are a different color because they're all mixed with different oils and plant resins and things like that, so they're all gonna look different. But this 31 perfume is a new favorite of mine. I got it just on a whim. I was like, you know what? It's green, it looks cool, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I didn't even look at the notes. And when I first smelled it, it smelled really familiar and I couldn't put my finger on what it was. But, oh, it's so unique and different. This one has a ton of notes in it. Some of these perfumes have up to 20 essential oils in them, so it's, you know, and of course some of the things she reveals, some of them she doesn't. This one has anise, Melissa True, pink peppercorn, hyssop, myrrh, blue yarrow, and broom. So you get this sort of earthy straw-like quality at the base, but you get that anise, licorice. So you get that little hit of like fennel, you know, scent. You get like, and that was the thing that I couldn't put my finger on. I was like, oh, what's that smell? Oh, it smells so familiar. It's anise or anise, which is basically like the stewed down essence of licorice. Now, this doesn't smell like licorice because I'm not a fan of licorice, black licorice to be specific. This is a lot lighter than that. It's not as sweet, but that anise just gives that little extra something, and it plays up these other fragrance notes that can be a little bit kind of set back and a little bit delicate. The anise just brings those forward and makes them pop a little bit more. The pink peppercorn in this is just so bright and happy. I've been addicted to this. I've been wearing it constantly, even after Samhain was over, even after the 31st day of October was over, I was still wearing this. I love it. It's just one of those scents that I hand to people and I'm just like, smell that and tell me you've smelled it anywhere else. Like, so unique. And the other cool part about these fragrances is you can mix them. So, you know, there are some days where I will layer 3 or 4 different perfumes on top of each other and it creates an entirely different new scent. So it's like, just now I put on a little bit of 31 on top of Seder and it totally changes the game. It adds a brightness to the earthiness of those tree resins, so it just completely transforms into a totally new fragrance. And you can do that with so many of these. A lot of the perfumes that I have in my collection from Sage Goddess mix together beautifully. Vesta, if you want something to add a little bit more autumn fall spice to, like if you have another perfume that's heavier on the citrus fruits and you want to add that kind of spicy undertone and smell like freaking hot apple cider, then throw Vesta on as a mixture with that. I mean, Inferno, I mix with pretty much all of my patchouli perfumes because patchouli and orange get along famously together. So many of these are so versatile, and that's why I own so many of them. I have probably like 15 or 20 perfumes from Sage Goddess, and I can speak to the fact that they're absolutely fantastic. As an esthetician, as a skincare specialist, I can say that most of these are jojoba oil based, and jojoba oil is the oil that is most similar to the sebum skin naturally produces. It's non-comedogenic, so it's not going to break you out. I've only had a topical reaction to one of the Sage Goddess perfumes, and that was empath. But as always, do a patch test on the inside of your arm just to make sure everything's okay. And if you do end up reacting to something, there are still ways you can use it. You can sprinkle it into a candle, you can sprinkle it into an essential oil diffuser, you can put it in your hair if your hair is longer than mine. These are fantastic, and I love Sage Goddess as a company. It's a woman-owned company. They're doing the damn thing. Their social networking is just on point. She has classes about essential oils and aromatherapy. She has classes about stones and crystals, and if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely check her site out if you haven't already. I'll leave a link down below. I do have an affiliate code with Sage Goddess. I've left that down below as well. So if you do place an order with Sage Goddess, there's a little kind of line in the order screen where you can type in an affiliate code of someone who sent you there. It doesn't cost you a damn thing, but I do get a little bit of a commission kickback if you use my code when you're ordering stuff. So do it if you want, or don't. Doesn't really matter to me. But I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt. You know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, you've got a couple options now. You can click the videos on either side of my head to binge if you're bored or bummed out, or hey, you can hit that button that looks like my face and subscribe and become a member of the faithful. Today, I put out new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles!